So we're going to rebrand, though?
I think so.
Universe 7, a Dargan Ball podcast?
I'd like to rebrand to something shorter if possible. I'd like to just call it Dargan Ball.
Dargan Cast.
Dargan
Cast 7.
That's a whole different podcast.
Welcome to the Spoiler Spectacular.
Hello, everybody. Welcome here.
Welcome here. Welcome to our studio.
Where is here?
Here's anywhere you are right now, actually.
And welcome to it.
Yeah. Welcome to it. Enjoy your stay.
There's complimentary mints on your pillows.
Under your pillows, actually. We had to, it was difficult, but we were able to move your head and pick up your pillow and
put it there.
Yeah, put it there. They're spoiled, but you know.
They're spoiled? They're like spoilers. Get it?
Ha!
Funny,
haha.
We're back. I know you told me not to say we're back, but I like to say it.
Did I tell you to say that?
No, you told me not to say welcome back because it alienates the audience if they haven't done it, if they haven't heard us before.
Did I say that, really?
Yeah, before, and then I was like, oh, sorry.
No, I said that when we do the spoiler section and the dub section, when we say, and we're back, it's like, where did we come back from? We've just been sitting here anyway.
From here.
Yeah. Hey, like...
Why? What happened?
Ultra Instinct, Goku, Spirit Bombs, Jiren, Tournament of Power. We can say all that stuff and not have to worry about anything.
Hashtags in front of those.
Yeah.
And then you get followers on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's what I hear. I don't have any.
I don't, I use Twitter a lot, but, you know, you don't know, do you?
No.
Because I didn't tell you what I was going to say.
No, I sure don't. if I could be...
Pretty much failed when it comes to the show on Twitter, though.
Yeah, man, we tried. I don't know.
A lot more. It's easier to interact on Facebook. I'm liking our Facebook a lot better than our Twitter. So.
Which is weird to say because Facebook is just trash.
Yeah,
and it's full of trash, like me.
I took my on my phone. I actually deleted the Facebook app. And the only app I have installed is the Pages app, so I can manage the podcast page. And I would have
good on you, man. Good on you.
I would have straight up deleted my account, but the podcast page, podcast page would have gone bye with it. So,
who wants to start over from that? That sounds terrible.
Nope. Special, man.
Was it special?
Holy hell, it was special.
I thought it was very special.
I didn't get to watch it until about midnight.
I know. I did. So I was trying to refresh, and it wasn't coming up at 8. Like
normal. They were, dude. The Crunchyroll servers, Funimation servers. Everything was destroyed. Like I was having a hard time on Crunchyroll when I loaded, and I have a premium account.
Yeah, I watched it probably around the same time, honestly, and then I watched it another time, and then I watched episode 110 one more time.
Yeah, I think I've seen it 2 or 3 times now, which is a lot more than I watched this week's dub.
I watched that one probably like 7 times.
The dub?
Yeah.
But you told me you didn't watch it.
I did not.
You lied to me.
I didn't say I didn't watch it.
You said, I asked you, hey, you watched the dub yet? And you're like, no, man. We'll watch it together.
Okay, I'm embarrassed. I like to put myself through punishment when I've done wrong things throughout the week. Give me a break. I've had a hard week. I watched that crap 7 times.
I had a hard day yesterday.
Why?
We went to the apple orchard.
That sounds hard.
It was. And I tried to get some Szechuan sauce.
What is that?
Yeah, you haven't watched Rick and Morty, have you?
No.
It's a Szechuan sauce. It's a...
In 1998, they had this promotion for the Disney film Mulan, where they created a new sauce for the McNuggets called Szechuan sauce, and it's delicious. And then they got rid of it, and now it's gone.
Mulan's dope.
They brought back the sauce for one day. They giving you sauce in the poster, and people were buying it for like $100 on eBay.
That's pretty stupid.
So I was just gonna try and go and get a packet of Szechuan sauce and a poster and sell it on eBay.
For $100?
For $100.
Excuse me, I had a little yawn come out.
That was a big yawn.
It slipped out.
Yeah.
Like a ghost.
The event was supposed to start at 2.
Did it start at 2?
I got to the McDonald's at 1:45 and there's a line out the door and around the building. And as soon as I got in line, somebody comes out and says all the sauce is gone.
Like screaming it, all the sauce is gone, and just having a full-on panic attack? Did somebody steal it?
They yelled, there's no sauce.
There's no
There's
sauce.
no sauce.
And that's all the exposition that you got.
Yeah. And it was a little irritating. Like, I don't really care. Like, I didn't want to try the sauce. I was just going to try and make a quick buck off it. But, hey, man, like, I called that McDonald's early in the morning and said, hey, you guys are one of the locations that has a Szechuan, right? Like, yeah.
Hold me one, dog.
And I was like, it starts at 2, right? Yeah. Apparently, they only gave them 20 packets, and they were all gone by 1:45 p.m., 15 minutes before the event was supposed to start.
Why?
Because the employees suck.
And they took them?
Some people did. That's why I saw the packets popping up on eBay the night before.
No, yeah, like the employees?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty messed up. They should probably all be fired.
Seriously, they should. No.
No, they should lose all their jobs and all their livelihood
I mean,
for something so significant as this.
I want that sauce.
There's no more sauce. There's no more sauce.
I tried, man. I tried, but the sad thing was the line was so long that I couldn't even get food from there.
That is pretty upsetting. But also, you know what's less upsetting to your stomach? The fact that you didn't get it.
Yeah, but their tenders are actually really good.
I actually tried them. They're not terrible.
Yeah. We went to Hardee's instead.
That's not better for you.
It's not, but they have a good deal there. They got a chicken sandwich, a double cheeseburger, fries, and a cookie and a drink for $5.
That's a lot.
They're the little ones.
The little chicken sandwiches?
Yeah.
Gotcha. We both used to work there, fun fact, and
Yeah.
it was attached to a truck stop, so you can imagine how fun that was.
Saw Carol.
Carol's dope.
Yeah.
Did you see her at Hardee's?
Yeah.
She still works there, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She scares me sometimes.
Guys, go to Hardee's and say hi to Carol.
And if you give them...
She's not this week's sponsor. We have a sponsor, but...
But if you say Nick or Mason sent you, she'll say, hey, I like those guys. And then mention Tyler, and she'll be like, I've never met that guy, even though he also used to work there.
Oh, man, no, I actually really want some of those chicken strips.
Dude, I stole those constantly when I worked there. I stole a lot. I probably should have gotten fired.
No, I want the ones from McDonald's.
Oh, those ones?
Yeah, they're actually really good.
Yeah, man.
I'm thinking after recording, I might go get some.
I think I have like 7
dinner.
in my car. You want them?
Yeah.
They're very cold.
Okay, so less Szechuan sauce.
Less
more
McDonald's?
Dragon Ball. Yeah. More
I mean, they
Dragon
didn't
Ball.
come here to discuss the thing that's been overhyped for way too long now.
Should we give our sponsor now?
I think so.
Might as well. So we'll get all the feedback out of the way because the feedback has the sponsor in it. So I'll start with Daniel. And Dan, if you're listening, you, no joke, you got your feedback in 2 minutes before we started recording this.
So,
Like, we finished the dub. I got up, got a drink, came back, sat down. I saw the notification that said you put it on there. So good on you.
you did good.
Yeah. So this one's from Daniel. It says, whoa, my God. Spoiler warning. I'm not crying. You're crying. 99% of my first watch of this special was spent screaming in ecstasy. So in honor of this week's episode, I'm sponsoring the podcast. This week's sponsor is earplugs because it's loud in this house. I'm dying from all this excitement. I can't get over how well this fight was portrayed. Ending of the episode is ruined by the next episode preview and more so by leaks of future episodes. I try to ignore the episode title leaks as much as possible because it does ruin the suspense of cliffhangers like this one. Dude, I don't know how you do it because I can't.
Wait, what?
He ignores the spoilers for like the next 4 or 5 episodes at a time.
Oh, dude, that's some intense stuff.
Yeah,
Because
I can't do
I'm
it.
all over it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't have a life. I'm looking for the next little bit of excitement that can carry over and make me remotely happy for one moment. You know?
Yeah. And Dragon Ball does that.
Dragon Ball does that. You know what doesn't do that?
Hardee's.
Just about anything else. I'm
Hardee's.
all in on Dragon Ball, and if it ever goes off the air, I'll probably go out of life.
Tell you what though, after this episode, even if we were like on the fence about the about the series, like this was enough to bring you back in.
Yeah,
Holy crap, this episode was good.
it was something.
But Daniel's highs as Goku, Goku, Goku. I was pretty much chanting Goku's name like a kid while walking my dog
No, go back and chant it like that.
up and down the block.
Like Goku, Goku, Goku. That's what he's trying to portray.
so-
Maybe if you read.
I don't know how to read.
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
fair.
miracle that I've gotten this far. I said, I haven't been this excited in ages.
The way we do it, by the way, is I mouth out everything to him, and then he says it as I mouth it.
Which is impressive because I can't see his face at all.
And I'm also simultaneously talking while doing that sometimes.
He's possessed. Go watch the movie.
It's something else.
He says, Jiren still put him in a body bag, but this makes me root for both parties rather equally. I saw the forum and I cried. I literally cried.
That's intense.
Dude, I was tearing up a little bit.
I was sad that wasn't like sad.
It wasn't sad. It was more like happy.
It was like, wow, this is something that they really got away from. And now, thank God they're bringing it back. Because we haven't had this much hype for a transformation since probably the original Super Saiyan.
Yeah, this form... Well, let me finish his...
yeah, sorry.
Stuff. No, you're good. Lowe's, it wasn't longer. I never wanted it to end. It's satiable, yes, but my God, this is the best birthday present ever.
Happy birthday,
man. That's awesome. Happy birthday, Daniel.
It's our dad's birthday soon as well.
Yeah, in 2 days. Same birthday as Brett Favre.
And also my father.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't like a sad cry. Like I said, I did tear up. But it was because like what we witnessed was like it's iconic.
Yeah.
We saw it in real time. We are obviously, most of us are too young to remember when Goku first turned into a Super Saiyan.
Yeah, we saw the original run on Toonami, but obviously it'd been out in Japan before that, like for ages, like in the 80s.
And in the manga, people already knew. If you knew about Dragon Ball, people already knew what Super Saiyan was. Heck, even in the intros, if I remember correctly, Goku would turn Super Saiyan at the end of the intro, and they kind of spoiled it before we even got the transformation.
Oh, kind of like Blue?
Yes, exactly like Blue.
How strange.
But yeah, I mean, it was iconic. I do not blame you one bit for getting emotional over it, because I was the exact same way. I haven't really gotten excited over episodes. I remember when we got Vegito Blue.
You were pretty hyped for that.
I was really hyped about that, like while I was watching it, like kind of like cheering at the screen and stuff like that. Yeah, last night at midnight, I'm in here, actually the chair I'm sitting in right now, watching the episodes, and like I'm freaking out. Just like pumping my fists, all that kind of stuff.
The last real hype I got was Kaioken times 10 versus Hit.
Yeah, and half of that was from the music.
Yeah, the music.
Which they kind of did again in this one.
Yeah.
And I liked it better
better.
Yeah, I liked the orchestral score that they did with it, and
the score has been so good in this whole series, man.
I know, man.
Like, not as good as Bruce Fulconer.
I liked his, but
I like some of his.
Yeah. Super Saiyan 3 power up.
Super Boo. We've had this conversation before for sure as well. Let's just keep repeating them.
Do you want to jump on to our next one?
Thank you for the feedback.
Yeah, thank you, Dan.
And thank you for the sponsor, because you saved me from having to think one up on the spot.
It's been rough on us today, sponsor-wise. And happy birthday, man.
Yeah,
seriously.
for real.
From
cheers.
Thanks for listening to the show, and
have a shot of Fireball for me.
Yeah. All right. This next one's from Frankie. What's up, Frankie? How you doing, man? It says, my thoughts on 109 and 110.
Yes.
I loved these episodes. My expectations were blown away. Goku versus Rebrand was just the animators teasing how good the animation was going to be. I can agree with that. It did take a little long for my taste, but
that's also because we despise that girl and all she stands for.
Yeah. Vermood talking to Jiren was a nice indication of how they both work. And watching Jiren stomp Goku, both literally and figuratively, was great. Just the shades of the Namek arc. Jiren is literally the Brock Lesnar of Dragon Ball Super, tanking ultimate attacks and reversing them. I think Goku's... Oh, let me pause here, because this is something I kind of disagree with. He says, I think Goku's base might be stronger than Blue was before.
I can't imagine. Not right now.
Yeah, I think he may be able to stack these abilities, because I don't think Goku is anywhere near Jiren's max power. Goku has officially entered the Limit Breaker status. I also think Frieza is going to give Goku just enough energy to fight.
I also highly agree with that.
Yeah, that one is for sure. Mm-hmm. He says, I'm also wholly invested in this arc now. Okay, so the whole limit breaker thing, he's not. This is just my opinion, and I'm sure you probably agree with me on this. I gotta find. He hasn't entered the limit breaker status. He literally broke
His limits.
his limit when he absorbed and fought against the spirit bomb,
Which I think that was
which Reese explains really well.
It was cooler than the dumb way that I thought it would happen. He would just take it
Android
into
13.
my body,
Yeah.
and now I'm very strong. It was actually very cool to see the way it actually worked. And also, the concept of like the black hole was pretty
Holy
insane.
crap! It took till about my third viewing of it to realize that he went into the black hole and that's why he disappeared.
Yeah. Like a legitimate black hole.
Yeah.
How did he come back?
I don't know.
He broke his limits. That's how. Get it together.
Yeah, so it's not like he got this limit breaker power up and now everything is stronger.
But
It's
honestly,
it's like right now we have a ceiling over us, and it would be like if we broke through the ceiling and there was a new ceiling 30 feet higher. Like his
semi agree with him, just based on the fact of what we saw when he actually first achieved Super Saiyan God. His potential as a fighter kind of automatically took in that power up. I don't think it's as significant as that. I think he will be just a stronger fighter in general because of it, though. Like his potential has grown because he had a taste of that power.
Yeah, and well, that's what it is. Like that's what we says is he broke through his previous limitations.
Correct.
So he has this new cap that he can hit.
And he will. It's coming. That form's not gone. I'll tell you that right now.
Limit breaker.
That's probably the coolest transformation I've ever seen.
I like it and I don't like it at the same time.
Why? The silver makes it distorted, but I don't think that's something that would be there every time.
The animators kind of, for as good as the animation was, some of it was really muddy after he got that form.
That's because that's silver, man. That silver just kind of blended everything in his body.
No, I mean like a lot of like the definition on him.
Yeah. But it's also hard to draw those fine black lines, I'm sure, and portray them when a constant stream of silver aura, it's basically white, is convoluting the black.
Figure it out, though, because for me at least, it's like kind of like some of the fan art I see on r/DBC.
Yeah.
But I mean, it wasn't enough to bang this episode in any way for me. So
I'd bang this episode.
Let's see if Reggie will.
All right, Reggie. What do you got? Thank you for the feedback, by the way.
Thank you, Frankie. It says, hey guys, it's been a while. It's been a long week. But anyways, I know it's late, but I just watched the special with my coworkers. It was impressive, but you know me, I saw all sorts of problems. First off, Brienne. Enough said there. Couldn't agree more.
I like her now.
I
decided that this second.
I don't like the way they explained how Goku powered up step by step when he started fighting Jiren. Goku knew plenty well how strong he was, but I guess that was just the animators showing off, I guess.
Yeah.
I liked it.
You like
it was confirmation once and for all that Super Saiyan 3 is just worthless now.
Yeah, that's actually very true. That's just gone.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that that was even brought back in the Black arc.
Oh, with Trunks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It says Jiren owned Goku as expected. That was cool. Yeah.
He messed him up. Yeah. He's so intimidating, man. That guy is something.
His voice is cool too.
Yeah, agreed.
Why is Krillin so enthralled by the spirit bomb? He's never seen it actually work. It saved the day literally once.
And he wasn't there.
Yeah, and it took the energy of every being on Earth. But the energy from 8 people is supposed to stop Jiren? Okay. Vegeta was classic, though. Best lines of the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand how he's like, oh, yeah, the one thing that's always saved us. Like, dude, it's only worked once.
The one time that it did happen, you got literally blown into pieces directly following it. So I don't get it. But hey, whatever, man. He's there for exposition.
Pretty much.
The Bald Brigade.
The Bald Brigade, yeah. He says, I'm still confused about how that spirit bomb thing worked. I've heard it explained a few times by a few people, but it's still fuzzy. We'll probably have to wait. I don't know, because it seemed like Jiren was the one who turned it into a black hole.
Or
Okay, now that I think about it, because obviously we saw the energy getting compressed and then fighting to...
I think it
was almost
collapsed on itself.
Yeah.
Like how a star does. That's how that becomes a black hole.
Yeah, so what I think happened was they were pushing it back at each other, and the force from the two of them was making it collapse on itself. And obviously you could see the spirit bomb itself was almost like had its own will of like, no, I'm going to expand.
Right.
And once Jiren tried to make that final push to get it to go back to Goku, he put so much energy into it, like you said, it just made it collapse on itself.
Right.
So he was the one who did it, but he wasn't.
It wasn't.
He didn't just go, "Hey, turn into a black hole."
Right.
So that's my take on it.
Basic, it's kind of like bogus physics.
The Ultra Instinct form was amazing. I really wish he would have knocked out the other Pride Troopers though. But the way he turned and walked away from Toppo's attack was gangsta.
Yeah.
For real. Yeah, I was really hoping at the very least when he did that first jump kick that Jiren dodged, that he would just knock the crap out of Dispo and at least ring him out.
Yeah, because like, what's he even worth now?
Nothing.
We already saw.
Absolutely
Yeah, we
nothing.
already saw all that we're gonna see of him.
Yeah,
He fought Hit.
He fought Hit. Hit can keep up with him, so you know Vegeta probably can too. And Goku's definitely on a whole nother level now.
Well,
I'm sure you might agree with that though. Not you, but Reggie.
yeah, Hit. I mean, if we're gonna just go for it and talk, because we've already just talked about a bunch of shit that already happened in it. The preview for next week, Hit looks like he's giving him. He's not giving him a run for it, but he's doing a lot more than Goku did, full power.
Yeah, we'll see. I get the feeling that it's gonna be a lot of futility. Like he's gonna land blows, but they're not gonna do anything.
Probably not, but he still looks like he's putting up a much better fight than Goku was.
He fights differently though. He kind of has all the trickery and all that kind of stuff that Goku doesn't. Goku's just, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Yeah,
So
we'll see.
So I think Frieza has a new wish in mind as he saw how the Gods of Destruction acted after realizing what was going on with Goku. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what you could wish for. I mean, they're the Super Dragon Ball, so you probably could wish to just be permanently in
that state of being.
in Ultra Instinct. Yeah, but who knows? Frieza's gonna be really interesting the next couple months.
I think they're trying to redeem him.
Who knows?
Slightly, at the very least, because the fact is he's giving him that energy.
Yeah, he's gonna give him the energy, but he still has this plan where it seems like he's gonna overthrow some of the gods. So who knows?
But is that really a bad thing at this point in time? They've been kind of pretty awful.
Yeah, but
they're all just shouting orders, like with Champa just screaming at Universe 6 to get in there. Like, it's just when is it going to be where they've had enough? So is it really that bad to kind of rise up against something that's been there for that long? Because it's clearly not working.
I mean, if it's Frieza, yes.
Yeah, but it's clearly not working.
Yeah. I mean, that's why they're having the tournament in the first place.
Yeah.
So I'll give these episodes an 8 out of 10 collectively, with 109 being a 7 and 110 being a 9. He says, next episode may spark the Hit v Goku debate again. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
I'm looking forward to it. I don't think it's going to spark any debate, though.
Oh, all right. Well, moving on then, I guess. Yikes.
You know my thoughts on that, though.
I do.
Do we want to get into the recap here, or do we just want to like kind of just jump around on
Let's
it?
jump around on it. I think it's a little more fun.
Yeah, I mean, I have no desire to talk about Ribrianne in the fight there anyway, other than Goku just kicking her through.
People do seem to really enjoy the recap, though. That seems to be the reason why they come for it.
All right,
but I think we should stick to format. Actually, that might be a little bit better for everybody involved.
Okay,
that way we have a little bit of structure, I guess, and we'll get done at it.
Us having structure.
It's structure-ish, but if we didn't have any, nobody would be able to know what the hell's going on.
Okay. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into the recap, sponsored by Earplugs.
Man, it's loud in this house.
All right, so this episode is called The Ultimate Enemy Approaches Goku. Now let loose the Killer Spirit Bomb. Now, I did a little bit of reading on the title there. When they say the Killer Spirit Bomb, apparently it's just kind of like it's not a
killer, dude.
Well, it's not a mistranslation, but they always, apparently in Japan, they always call like their signature techniques their killer attack because like
Yeah,
supposedly
it's an ending.
Yeah, so it doesn't mean literally kill Jiren. It just
I mean, he wanted to. I'm just kidding. He didn't want to do that.
yeah.
That'd be sad.
Honestly, it wouldn't have been a bad move.
To kill him?
Yeah,
Why?
because I mean, yeah, he would have been disqualified, but then he's out.
But then Goku can't be in.
So
That's not good
you
either.
have more than enough without Goku there, I think.
No, did you not hear them? He's the heart and soul. Without them, it's going to be nothing.
So yeah, episode starts out with Ribrianne and Goku.
They fight.
They fight. Do you want to take that?
Do I want to take?
I don't want to talk about this at all.
They fight. We don't really have to talk about this. I want to get to the meat of it.
Yeah.
Like they fight and it sucks.
Yeah,
That's it.
Ribrianne transforms into a Cupid.
The animation's dope. That's it.
Yeah, fights Goku. Goku gets behind her and kicks her through a bunch of rubble.
Does some more love stuff.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand what's happening, and then he figures out that he doesn't have to be there anymore.
Yeah,
So he kicks her
does-
right at Jiren's feet. That's it.
The one thing that we do kind of get a little bit of info on, though, is what Ribrianne would do with the Dragon Balls.
And
She would become a goddess of love, which Hellas is apparently totally cool with. And she asked Goku what he would do. And he's like, oh,
maybe
I really
get something
thought
to
about it.
Chi-Chi, something Gohan, Goten. Maybe wish for strong fighters.
Yeah, and Ribrianne's like, oh, yeah, one of your wishes already came true. I am the strong fighter. No, you're not.
You just got owned, dog. And then Vegeta owned you again later on.
Yeah. So Goku kicks Ribrianne in the back, and she rolls right down to Jiren's feet.
Gets scared when she looks up, because why the hell wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And then runs away.
Runs smart of
Yeah,
her.
Honestly, what's she going to try and do? Fight him?
Yeah. Why not, right? I mean, I don't know. I really wanted Jiren to just kick her out right there.
Yeah, I mean, we've said that a bunch, and it still holds true. I mean, nothing's changing there. But we didn't get it, and that's okay because the rest of the episode was good.
Amazing. It's basically, like, for me, a perfect 10 from here on out.
Yeah, that's the only thing that would bring this episode down for me.
It's not enough to do it, though. So, yeah, Ribrianne runs away and talking all this stupid stuff. Love, 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 blah, blah, blah. But Jiren now, he's staring out Goku.
Which is random,
Yeah.
kind of. Because he didn't really pay much attention beforehand.
It felt very DBZ, though, and I loved it.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
But Belmahud telepathically can talk to Jiren.
Which is strange. I don't understand it.
Yeah. But he tells him, he's like, it's time for you to get started. Start by crushing Son Goku. And Jiren's like, all right.
I'm in.
I'm in. Starts walking towards Goku, and just from him walking, the entire world of Void starts shaking as he starts to lightly power up. And every single fighter on the stage stops. Even if they're in the middle of fighting each other, they just stop and start watching because they know
Some shit's about to go down.
Yeah, and even Beerus is sweating.
Yeah, I mean, dude's crazy powerful. He can feel it. He's not an idiot.
Yeah, but Goku's walking up to him. And it's like, oh, so you finally decided to fight me, huh? I guess I'm worth your time. And fires a Kamehameha at him, which
Doesn't even touch him.
It doesn't even touch him.
It just kind of disintegrates around him, or disapparates, maybe, I guess.
Well,
would be a more accurate term.
Well, it's being blocked
By nothing.
by the force of his energy. It's like creating a wall in front of him, which is insane. We get a scene where Shin is wondering why Goku just doesn't go Super Saiyan Blue, and Krillin, of all people, has to explain to him how fights work.
But that's not how fights should work, if we're being honest. Just
No.
go.
No, I mean, why would you waste all... I mean,
You know what's going to happen. You know you're going to get there.
I know, in this situation, obviously, it's a little different, but, like,
It was just showing us that Super Saiyan 3 isn't a thing.
yeah, pretty much. So he attacks Jiren, and as with the Kamehameha, when that doesn't work, he turns Super Saiyan and starts punching him. Nothing happens. Turns Super Saiyan 2, and there's enough force to barely move his neck. And then he skips 3 and goes straight to Super Saiyan God, which makes Jiren start blocking, but he's blocking with one finger.
Kind of like Trunks and his sword.
Yeah.
Pretty dope.
After that, Goku's like, all right, yep, none of this is good enough to get you to get serious. So he powers up into a full plower.
Full plower. Super Saiyan Blue.
Goku's about to get plowed.
That's very true.
But Kai is talking to Belmode, saying that this battle is extremely important. He's like, look, every single fighter, like we just said earlier, has stopped their fights just to watch this. And Kai says that if Jiren beats full power Goku, all the other warriors are going to lose their will to fight, realizing that standing up against Jiren is pointless. And
things happen.
Yeah, and I think I understand why he words it this way, but Belmont says, we don't have to worry because Jiren is a being who will never lose, no matter who he's up against. I'm assuming that was the foreshadowing
comparison.
Well, it was the foreshadowing of he's so strong that not even a god of destruction could take him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, cool. I mean, we don't know if it's like just there is a universe that universe's god of destruction can't win. Because I'm assuming that Jiren still isn't stronger than like Beerus and all of them.
Maybe.
You think he's stronger than every one of the gods?
No. But there's no confirmation on which ones are stronger than the other ones.
Right.
Besides,
But I feel like we know that Beerus is one of the strongest.
Do we? They don't really go in depth about it in the anime at all.
It seems like it.
How would that even be the case, though? Like, he's stronger than Champa, obviously. But that's really all we know.
I mean, they're all stupid.
They all are. They're very dumb. The mouse one I can't see being strong.
He's apparently the one that beat Beerus in arm wrestling, though.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. He's very small. I guess size doesn't matter, huh?
Apparently not. But Goku powers up to Super Saiyan Blue and starts attacking Jiren. And we get some awesome background music for this, too, on top of the killer animation. So,
Jiren's on some serious roids, dog.
Oh my, he's massive.
He's a WWE fighter.
He's Bork Laser.
He is Bork Laser.
But I loved watching this because like Goku's fighting him and like Jiren just starts grabbing him and throwing him and just beating the crap out of him. And he basically forces Goku to use Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken just to dodge.
Which is not good. Not a good sign.
No.
If you've ever watched Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Even Fuse Zamasu got pretty lit up by Kaioken Blue for a minute.
Yeah.
And that's obviously
you
very,
look at this
very
and you would think
being.
that Jiren would just one-shot Fuse Zamasu.
It doesn't seem to be far off from the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, they start fighting each other, and it's awesome because they're just going all over the place. You even see them passing other fighters who are just watching them. Just incredible animation here. Goku jumping away, shooting like cluster blasts and stuff like that. And Jiren just swats him away and just beats the crap out of him. And eventually Goku is on his hands and knees with Jiren's boot on his back, pushing him into the ground.
That's some intense shit, man.
Which is funny because I don't know if you've seen this, but there was a fake image going around a while ago of the exact opposite.
I don't believe I did, actually.
It was what we know now is Ultra Instinct Goku with his foot on Jiren doing the exact same thing.
It's a pretty funny thing for the animators to do because I'm assuming they saw it, right?
Yeah, and
then they're just like, whatever. This is kind of hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Well, it's the exact opposite. Jiren's just pushing Goku into the ground and then grabs him by the hair, picks him up, tells him it's over, punches him in the gut, and like you can feel that one through the TV.
Yeah.
And then blasts him from how it looks off of the tournament stage.
But Goku, being the good boy he is, stays up.
Yep, he uses his Kaioken to
grab
hold of the
to grab
to grab hold of the edge of the fighting stage just before he falls off. And it's kind of cool because Jiren's like, it's over. He turns around and Goku gets up and he's like, where are you going? And powers up to Kaioken Blue again and charges him. And Jiren hits him like 5 times and then punches him in the side and sends him flying. And you can't even see him move.
That's some scary stuff, man.
It wasn't like hit. It was like, because hits were
you just so
time
fast
skips.
You can't comprehend it.
Yeah, hits were time skips. Like nobody could see it because he was the only one moving, and all that good stuff. We know how hit stuff works.
They can't really. I mean, they have to do something like this to portray a different level of speed.
Right.
Because they've already like pushed it to the limit with these guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's just make him not move, you know? And so, I don't know. It's pretty clever.
And those shots were enough to make Goku realize, like,
I'm effed.
yeah, this is bad. And Krillin's like, wait a minute, we'll be fine. Goku can just use Kaioken Blue times 20. And Beerus and Whis are like, that's what he's been using the whole time.
That's pretty crazy. It kind of bugs me that they didn't show the white hair. Because the times 10 was obviously much different looking.
Yeah, it almost feels like they thought that that's what they were going to do when they first did it. And then quickly decided to not bother. Because Kaioken Blues look the same ever since.
Right.
And
I don't like that because the Kaioken times 10 was pretty dope looking.
Yeah, I mean,
it was intimidating. You could see the raw power difference.
Yeah, I like how they have it now, though. I don't mind it one bit.
All right, well, agree to disagree.
Okay. Goku detransforms. He goes back into his base form and says that I'm going to show you my trump card. I don't know if that's what he said in the Japanese, but
his trump card is
the
Kaioken Blue times 10.
No, the Genki Dama, the spirit bomb. So Goku jumps up and apologizes to everybody, but asks for their energy. And
they give it, except for Vegeta. Yeah, even Frieza, man.
I like how Frieza's like, oh, this brings back memories, and none of them are good.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, whatever, take it.
Yeah, take the energy from Frieza-sama, which, awesome.
Yeah.
Just awesome.
Pretty dope.
He's charging the spirit bomb, and you get a pretty decent sized one there. And he's like, nope, it's no use. I need more time. And this is the first time we hear Jiren like really talk. And he's like, go ahead.
I'll give you the time.
And
then he gives him the time.
Yeah.
And he says it's 7:00 currently.
Yeah, he tells him he'll wait, come at me with all your strength. And Kai and Belma would realize that he's just, it's smart. He's like, all right, I know I can beat this anyway. Like, it doesn't matter what you do. So I will take your full power finishing move and just crush it without breaking a sweat, just to show you
how much on a different level I am.
Yeah. Ribrianne, however, has other plans.
Oh, he's wide open. I'm going to do what I just chastised 17 for doing the other day.
But right before she can get it off,
Vegeta says, hell nah.
And blasts her away, which, cool. Like, at least Vegeta's helping out in that way.
Thank God. Because that would have been real dumb if we saw that girl get and interfere.
Yeah. But eventually we get the full power spirit bomb, which this kind of bothered me a little bit because Roshi, Tien, and Krillin were able to give their energy, which I would assume would be breaking the rules.
It's not an attack from the outside, though.
You're helping, though.
Yeah.
Like, what's stopping Beerus from helping?
The fact that he's a god of destruction.
You know what I mean, though.
I don't know. They'll let stupid stuff slide if they think it's cool. You know that.
But they have the full power spirit bomb, and he tells him, it's like, don't... I hope I don't make you regret giving me this time. Here's our Universe 7's spirit bomb. And throws it at him. And holy crap.
It's something else, man. This whole situation is something else. Like, we've seen struggles before, and like with the Kid Buu one, there was a little bit of tension, but ultimately, it's like, okay, we know what will happen.
Not here.
No, this is something else, and there's a lot more tension than there was with Kid Buu.
Jiren catches the thing with one hand.
It doesn't even break a sweat, man.
He pushes it back, and Goku is like, "You've got to be kidding me!"
But and I don't know what else he expected, if we're being honest.
He turns Super Saiyan Blue to push it back, which, it's power up, so it works. But then Jiren's like, okay, I'll use two hands, and throws it right back at him. Then Goku has to go up to Kaioken Blue times 10, and Jiren just, all right, I'll give it a little more power, and overwhelms Goku again. And then Goku has to go all the way up to Kaioken Blue times 20, and...
He's pushing it back pretty decent for a minute.
He is, but then I can't remember if it was now or in a little bit, but does he push it back with his eyes now, or is that later?
It's later.
Yeah.
It's in the next episode.
Okay.
Even.
Yeah, so Jiren's pushing it back at him, and it engulfs Goku, and that's where episode 109 ends.
Right.
On
Pretty incredible episode, huh?
Oh my god.
That's all you have to say for yourself?
Seriously, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it were a 1.5 hour episode just like this, it still would have been a 10 out of 10 for me.
Fair enough. We'll save that for a collective, obviously, like we did last week.
Yeah. On a 110?
Yes.
Son Goku wakes. New level of the awakened. Stay woke, Goku.
Oh, God.
Stay woke.
He's already very woke.
So we pick up, obviously, right where we left off. So Goku's Kaioken Blue times 20, and he's pushing back the Universe 7 Spirit Bomb.
Yeah, we get some exposition before that, or them being surprised that Goku was swallowed up by...
Yeah, well, we get a lot, yeah, because Kai, who is the Universe 7 Kai, same name, says that Goku's done, so the rest of the Universe 7 is going to crumble. This will be a piece of cake. But then we see the red and blue flash, and Goku emerges, revealing that he just barely managed to stop it from colliding with himself.
And then he gives it all the power it seems like he's got, man.
Yeah, I didn't know he had this much power left. That was
he
my
always
first
finds
thought.
a way, though. You know that.
I know, but even for a Goku fanboy like me, it blew my mind that he still had power left to do that.
Yeah, he did it.
Okay, yeah, this is where it is. So Goku pushes it back, and Jiren lowers his arms and just glares at the Spirit Bomb, and that's enough to really just send it flying back at Goku.
Yeah, he got serious for a sec. Not serious, but he's like, okay, I'm bored. Let's get this over with.
Goku and Jiren are struggling. Well, Goku is.
Yeah.
To push the Spirit Bomb at each other, and this is one of the cooler things that I've seen in Dragon Ball, in my opinion.
Coolers there?
Yeah.
Dope.
You see the actual force that's pushing the Spirit Bomb each way, and it's actually making the Spirit Bomb contract.
Yeah.
Creating these insane shockwaves throughout the entire tournament. And very alarmingly, Whis says that it looks like Goku has reached the limit of his limit, and Jiren hasn't even come close to full power.
Pretty scary, man. That means, how the hell are you going to beat this guy?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much game over.
And they're talking about like how it's insane that somebody exists that has this much power. And Whis is like, yeah, almost like a god of destruction.
Or even maybe somebody who's surpassed a god of destruction. Yeah. And then he glances over towards the Universe 11 area, and he's looking at...
Bell mode.
Yeah, Bell mode. And he's like, I guess the rumors are true then, huh?
Yeah, that there's a mortal that exists in one of the universes that not even a god of destruction can defeat. So and apparently it's true.
Then Belmod's like, all right, man, end it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, finish him. He basically tells him to do a fatality.
He's Shao
Kahn.
He's
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung in this situation, yeah.
Vados points out that the expansion of the energy that's colliding with the opposing forces from Goku and Jiren pushing it is at its limit. And Jiren gives it one last push, which is enough to... This is so cool.
It collapses on itself. That's the only thing it is. Like, it becomes a literal black hole.
Mm-hmm. And Goku... I didn't realize this, like I said, on first watch. Goku falls in the black hole, exposing himself to the large energy of the Spirit Bomb.
You see him fight back against it, though. Mm-hmm. He gets pissed. Like the veins and everything. You never see Goku really with veins coming out of his head like Vegeta.
Yeah. I only can recall 2 times.
Like, but you saw like the overwhelming energy that it was like he was like shocked, and then he was like, okay, I got this.
Yeah.
And then disappeared.
And then he disappeared. The Spirit Bomb explodes and basically destroys a quarter of the ring.
And yeah, it's just a giant crater. Mm-hmm. And it's scary, man. Like all the electricity at the bottom and stuff. It looks like a nuclear war zone.
Seriously. And of course, Toppo, the one who's done nothing, is like, oh yeah, Jiren wins, blah, 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 blah.
Flawless victory, dog.
He's Jiren's hype man.
Yeah, dude.
After the explosion clears, the Daishinkan says that it's over and that he's glad that the tournament rig managed to hold out.
For real, though.
But he's like, Goku is nowhere to be found.
And Gohan's bummed.
Yeah. Krillin, though, he's optimistic.
He's like, I'll be back. I'm Krillin. I apparently know everything now that I'm on the sideline.
Well, it makes sense. He goes, he's not here, so he's got to be down there somewhere. And I think it was
Vaporized.
I think Old Kai was the one who said it. He goes, he was super close to that explosion. He may have just been vaporized. He might be dead.
Yeah, and if that's the case, he obviously wouldn't just rematerialize, you know?
Right. And Champa gets all excited because he's like, wait a minute, so that means Jiren should be disqualified because he killed Goku.
And then Vados, being the party pooper she is like, nah, it was of his own devices, pretty much. It was self-destruction.
Yeah, and the Grand Priest agrees. He's like, no, it was Goku's own attack that destroyed him, which is a form of self-destruction, so...
No penalty shall be assessed against Jiren.
Yeah, and when he says that, you can almost feel the hope just dropping of every other warrior.
Yeah. But they step up to the plate, man. Everybody's ready to fight.
Yeah, I don't care about them. I wish he would have just let out some energy and
I don't know.
blow
It was
them all
kind
away.
of nice seeing the will that everybody still had to, because obviously everybody's fighting to stay alive. Nobody's gonna back off, you know.
Right.
Like you're gonna die one way or another. Might as well die trying to get this guy out by any means.
Get rich or die trying.
Get rich or die. Just in general.
Kai and Belmode are confident that Goku's gone, and now Jiren will go on to destroy everybody else in Universe 11. Will be the one to survive.
Looking like a pretty good chance.
Yeah, right now looking really good for him. Tapo and Dispo join Jiren as, like you said, the remaining warriors all surround him. And is this kind of odd to me? Because Champa yells at Universe 6, tells him to fight, and the Grand Priest almost...
He's like having the time of his life. He's like jubilant.
Yeah, he's like, this isn't even halfway over. You guys better keep fighting.
But like the way he was saying it reminded me of Zamasu and his monologues.
Yeah. The two Zenos, very sadly, not to them, but like to me, they pull out their god pads.
They were pretty bummed about it though.
Yeah.
They like Goku.
And they're getting ready to count Goku as eliminated. And even...
Beerus is sad, man.
I thought he was going to start crying.
He's like, nah, it can't be. Is this really the end for you, Goku?
And
it's pretty sad.
Right when he says it...
That's the most emotion I think I've ever seen out of him.
Yeah, that's another one of those scenes.
Besides anger, obviously.
Yeah, that's another one of those scenes that I can't wait for the dub to get to.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, Goku, Beerus is pretty much distraught. Because you can tell, like...
He's not, like... And it's not because they're gonna, like... It's probably a little bit that they'd lose without Goku, but, like... They grew close. Like, believe it or not, he really enjoys Goku and Vegeta.
Mm-hmm. Goku's probably his best friend.
Yeah, more besides Whis, I guess.
I mean, Whis is Whis, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't really count him.
It's somebody that he actually sees a rival in.
Yeah.
And somebody who he can push his limits with, like Whis is his teacher.
But anyway, I have to get to this next part because it
Go
was just
for
so
it.
awesome. So yeah, Beerus is sad, and then the entire world of Void starts shaking, and the old Kai says that he feels a wild flow of energy, and
he's like, "What's happening?"
Yeah, and it's so cool. Krillin's
like, got his boys back. I'll give him that. He's like, "Isn't it obvious what's happening? You know."
And I loved this next part because Whis is like, "Beerus, don't you have something you want to say?" And Beerus smiles and then just says, "He's coming." Then right when he says it, just.
It's Washington.
Boom. Blinding white light flying up in the air, and Goku gets up and has been transformed.
He's something else, man. It looks like base, but it's definitely not.
It looks terrifying.
Those eyes, man. That turnaround glare is the same one he did to Frieza.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty.
That's
pretty
another
incredible.
instantly iconic scene there.
That's what I'm saying. This whole thing, it got back to its roots, like the whole Dragon Ball Z roots.
Even I think Tapo was scared.
Why would he not be? Are you serious? He's like, what is he?
Yeah. Son Goku, what is he? Goku takes one step and then
he's already thrown a kick at Jiren.
Yeah. And Jiren
dodges it.
And then they start fighting each other. And out of nowhere, Goku's seemingly matched Jiren blow for blow. Because Jiren's trying to land punches and Goku's dodging them effortlessly. And Goku even managed to land a punch on Jiren's face.
Yeah, it was just a graze, but he got it.
And
Gohan's like, what the hell's going on? Like, these aren't anything like the movements Dad would usually make.
Mm-hmm. And even Vegeta's like, I'm seeing it with my own eyes, but his movements feel unreal.
And everybody's not feeling comfortable at this point in time because it's such a massive power leap. It's like it leaves you shocked.
And it's for sure a power leap because 17 even says he was able to close the gap like it was nothing.
Instantly, obviously. Like it just happened. Like he was sorely outclassed and now, okay, we're going to go blow for blow now.
Mm-hmm. Toppo and Dispo trying to attack Goku.
That double grab throw was dope.
Oh my God.
I hate those guys.
Toppo uses his Justice Flash
and he
Goku
just walks away from it.
And just very aggressively hits one away too.
I love it.
Yeah.
That was some badass stuff.
I know. And Toppo's thinking he's trying to help, but then Jiren just holds his hand out and he's like, no, I got this. And Goku and Jiren fight each other and Goku charges Jiren and Jiren tries to do that attack again where he throws all these punches without them being visible, and Goku blocks and dodges all of them.
Yeah. And then Goku's in full on attack mode at that point. And like Jiren's blocking him, but he's being pushed back pretty significantly. And
it's a recycled animation from the intro.
But whatever, man.
But it's still awesome.
Who gives a shit? It's dope.
Kai and Belmont are terrified at this point.
As they should be.
To think that somebody even exists that can gain that much on Jiren that quickly. But they're fighting each other and everybody's trying to figure it out. And Whis, this is actually one of my favorite parts of the entire special. Whis is like filled with like glee.
He's exhilarated to say the least. My God. He's the most excited one there.
Yeah, and he's like...
Even the Grand Priest is pretty stumped. Like, they're both... not stumped, but they're contemplating on how that could even happen so quickly.
Yeah, the Grand Priest is like, perhaps, and then we cut over to Whis, and he's like, over the moon.
Yeah.
That he's like, oh no, this could be incredible. This is great. And everybody's like, wait, what's going on? And Beerus is in front of him.
Yeah.
Bothered. Which to me felt kind of odd just because of how he was really emotional earlier.
But he still doesn't want to lose to Goku.
Exactly.
Like, regardless if they're friends or not, like, Beerus doesn't, just like any other god of destruction, or god in general, they don't want to be outclassed by Immortal,
right.
Regardless of.
Beerus says that he's tapped into something called Ultra Instinct, which... is apparently a godly ability of reacting without thinking.
What we were talking about at the very beginning of the series.
Yep, which is something that Whis has mastered, that he even says that Beerus hasn't mastered. But when Beerus says that it's Ultra Instinct, all the other gods of destruction are like...
What the hell?
It's a mixture of, I think, shock and fear.
Well, yeah, because they said it's not even easily attained by gods, obviously. So I can't even imagine all the gods of destruction are even close to that.
Yeah, and even the Grand Priest is like, this is captivating. And yeah, Beerus wonders how he reached that level so quickly. Like, not so quickly, like over time, but like in an instant, like how it just went like that.
And then we get the little exposition with Whis.
Yeah, so Whis explains that right now the energy of the Spirit Bomb is acting like a temporary source of power for Goku's body, but that's not
the reason why this is happening. It is and it isn't.
Yep. The big thing that happened is apparently when he absorbed the Spirit Bomb, it helped him, like you said, when he tried to... he was fighting against it because it was going to destroy him. He was fighting back against it, and that let him break out of the current shell of a limit that he had. That ceiling of power that he had has now been shattered.
And then the actual extra power boost from the Spirit Bomb, from what I understand, is what's holding him together. But it's not the power of the Spirit Bomb, in my understanding of it.
Right. It's like his gas tank was on empty and the Spirit Bomb just filled his tank.
Yeah, but
his tank is a lot bigger now so he can tap into that Ultra Instinct form.
Right, and it's obviously temporary. That power is draining quickly.
Yep. And Whis is like, this is incredible, but this heat is concerning because I guess Goku's body is emitting an insane amount of heat.
Right.
But Goku and Jiren are still fighting, and I don't know what happened here. It really kind of actually concerned me. So Goku's throwing a bunch of punches, and then his eyes flash back to just plain black, and then he does this yell, and it has like an overdubbing of like a monstrous yell, and he knees Jiren in the gut, which actually looks like it did a little bit of damage.
But when he does the yell, he taps back into that power because he was losing it. It was slipping.
The yell,
It was definitely something that was concerning, but that yell, like he was tapping into something different,
right?
Not normal power, because he was obviously he was letting it get away, so he had to find a way to hold on to it.
Yeah,
and I feel like that's what happened. He was tapping into something that is different than what he's always tapped into, including like God Key.
It felt weird though to me. I don't know, because the one thing that I keep being reminded of is the promo image that came out in the beginning.
Yeah,
it's like, look at Goku's back, blah blah blah. Something terrible has happened. So I'm wondering if it has anything to do with this form or what's going on. But obviously, we're not going to know that until probably by the end of this arc. So
and be ready to be plugged until just about 2018, if not into it.
At the very least, more than likely.
Yeah.
So yeah, Goku knees Jiren and then blasts him down to the ground. Doesn't do a lot of damage. It just really blows him away. And then I thought this is cool. He jumps off of the dial.
Yeah.
And flies right at Jiren, which is another usage of recycled animation.
With Frieza.
Yeah. And throws a punch, and holy crap, even with this insane power up, Jiren just caught him with one hand.
I also think the tank was running dry.
Yeah, he was at the end of his leash there.
Yeah, his eyes weren't even silver by the time they cleared out the smoke.
Right. But I mean, Jiren had to power up. So
Yeah,
at least
we actually saw his aura. Weird.
But he's like Saiyans.
He looked scary, man. When he looked up,
yeah,
he looked real scary. I'll tell you that. Not somebody's bad side I want to get on.
Yeah, for real, dude. This guy's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
He blocks Goku's attacks and says that Saiyans are interesting, but this heat
is your limit,
and blasts Goku away. And Hit tries to get a sneak attack in.
I liked it. I like that they have like a camaraderie.
Yeah.
Because
they're best buds.
I don't know about best buds.
I think they are. I think they're best buds.
All right. Well, that's your own headcanon.
Yeah. Hit tries to sneak in and land a kill shot, basically.
And then Jiren asks what he wants, which couldn't be more obvious.
Well, he knows who he is, too. He
Yeah,
goes, Assassin of Universe 6, what do you want? I'm working, which is awesome.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
He's so cool. He's pretty dope.
From there, we jump over to Vegeta and Goku.
He's like, what the hell, man? You got to let me know. I'm dying to know.
He's like, what was that? He goes, dude, I don't even know. And
he's like, what a waste of time. But he was going to protect him. He's like, stay here. I got you.
But yeah, before he can talk anymore, Ribrianne jumps in. And yeah, like you said, Vegeta's like, we'll talk later. I think is just a funny thing to say.
Yeah.
We'll talk later, but for now,
rest.
You rest and I'll...
And then instant transmission.
I don't think it was instant transmission.
What do you think it was? Frieza taking him?
Yes.
All right. Frieza knows instant transmission. That'd be dope.
Actually, right on the wiki here, it says it's revealed that Goku was swiped by Frieza.
Gotcha.
So yeah, Goku disappears, and then it jumps over to Frieza, who's looks like he's charging an energy blast to take him out now that he's, on the verge of death.
But it's not.
And he says, "Oh, this brings back memories of Planet Namek." And then we have this awesome hard cut to black, and that's the end of the special.
And then it was a damn good episode, guys. It was worth the wait.
It really was. Seriously.
You kind of can't really say anything more about it besides the fact that it was just worth the hype, and that's hard to say.
We've been looking forward to this for over a month.
Yeah,
and it exceeded everything that we thought was going to happen.
a lot of times it's a letdown in some way or another, but I wasn't really let down by it at all. Even though it was the spirit bomb, it was explained in such a way that it wasn't the basis of the power up, which I'm just over the moon about.
Yeah, it wasn't. I'm glad it just wasn't like another Super Saiyan God where it's like, oh yeah, you got this power, but it's not yours.
Yeah, and like that black hole concept was just
It was,
it was pretty lights out. They couldn't have done that any better. You all right?
I'm exhausted. Like this episode exhausted me.
Yeah, man, it's a roller coaster of emotions here, as you can tell from my highly monotone voice.
I'm just I didn't think that it could live up to the hype, and it did. It exceeded the hype.
It's hard to believe, man, but they can get it right sometimes when they really, really want to.
Yeah.
Thank God they're not rushing it.
What's up? What's your high?
Man, that's hard. I think that black hole concept is just, it is lights out. It was my favorite part of the episode.
Yeah.
I don't.
It was such a good
good transition and a good way to do it. It wasn't just I'm strong and now. It kind of gave us a foothold into what was actually going on.
Well, it's something we don't see. Like I said, it took me a couple viewings to realize what happened, and when I realized it, I was like, "Holy crap, that's amazing! How did you guys think of that?"
Yeah, I don't know, and like you said, it's just not something you see in Dragon Ball, and it kind of just demonstrates the uniqueness of the situation. Like that's not happening again ever.
No.
But this is the way that he breaks his limit. It's him fighting against himself, and I think that's pretty poetic in a way.
Yeah. How about a low?
Oh man, you already know the easy,
low hanging fruit,
the easy one. But
if you don't have a low, that's fine. It's hard to find one in this episode, in my opinion.
I can think of a bunch of highs.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole Beerus Goku thing was really cool to see. I loved that.
Yeah. What would you rate it?
I give it a 10, man.
Okay. I'm going to give it a 10 too. My high, other than obviously the Ultra Instinct form, is probably Proud Dad Whis.
Yeah.
It was so cool to just see, like, he was legitimately proud of him.
Yeah, man. He's something exciting is happening, and he freaked, man. He's over the moon. I loved it.
I don't have a low. If I had to give you a second high to replace it, probably be Beerus getting a little emotional over the relationship, thought of losing Goku.
The relationship came along, and he knows. Even though if that was Vegeta, it wasn't the same.
No, he would have been bummed out, but he wouldn't have had that. He would have been affected that much by it, I think.
Goku's the guy in his vision, man. He's the one that's brought about all this excitement in his very long life. Otherwise, he'd be sleeping for another 50 years.
Seriously.
Goku changed that guy, man. He changes everybody in the series. I'll give him that.
And Whis even tells him that early in the series. Probably
we just discussed it not long ago.
So it was probably episode 29 or 30.
Yeah.
But I give it a 10 out of 10.
That's the special.
I give it an
guys.
11 out of 10. Seriously, at this point, holy crap!
That's definitely the most hyped I've ever been for an episode in Dragon Ball.
Oh, another high. The soundtrack.
The soundtrack was unbelievable. I don't know. There's not much else to say about it, but
guys, just
the timing of everything.
Appreciate the episodes we got, because
it's not going to get better than that for a long time, if it ever does.
Well, I mean, the show's come such a long way.
Yeah, that too. I mean, it's very, very apparent when you're watching the dub at the same time as this, because it's just night and day between the two now. You can hardly even call them the same.
Yeah.
The animation, the writing, everything is just way better. It's almost a whole different show.
Yeah. Hats off to everybody involved in this, because I mean, I'm 26, you're 25.
Correct.
At this age, I feel like it would have been hard for an anime to really make you feel the way at least I did when I watched it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. also on top of that, you got to add the nostalgia factor. It's always going to have a little emotion to it.
It is, but
To hit those childlike emotions it's pretty weird. Because it does make, and not just based on nostalgia, it makes you feel like emotions like you were a kid again.
it really did.
And obviously that's the basis of nostalgia, but like in a more intense level, I guess.
Yeah. Thank you, Toei, for this series in general. But you guys knocked it out of the park with this, and I cannot wait for Funimation to get there.
Yeah, man, it'll be interesting to see what they do with it.
Yeah.
It can't be bad.
It can't be bad.
Unless they get some of this pointless shit dialogue we've been getting recently in the dub. My God.
I don't think there's any way they could screw it up, honestly. It's going to be incredible. I'm pumped.
Me too, man.
Like this, we didn't need a shot in the arm, obviously. We love this show. I don't think there's anything that could make us stop covering it, but I'm like, I got a full tank of gas now and I'm ready to go.
Yeah, man. It was definitely something. It was getting stale for a little bit. So, I mean, it's obviously nice to get something that's going to bring, especially something as big as this, that's going to bring just more excitement to us in the podcast even.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Sorry, go ahead. Do you have anything else?
Just thanks for all the feedback and everything you guys do to support us. Everything goes a long way.
Yeah. We'll see you guys next week. It'll be a regular episode. But we want to do a little spoiler thing. So it felt good to just have an entire episode dedicated to the Japanese. I don't think it'd be practical for us to do this every week, but every now and then
when it's a big one.
Yeah, we'll do one of these just for the hell of it. If you guys want to talk about the episode more, even the guys who sent in feedback already, we're obviously more than happy to talk to you about it. We haven't gotten back to you on Facebook because we just started recording, obviously, but we'll get back to you on Facebook. And if anybody else wants to, just like the show page, facebook.com/universe7pod. Shoot us an email, universe7pod@gmail.com, and leave us a review and a rating on iTunes. We'd really, really appreciate that. So we'll be back next week to cover episode 111. And I'm hoping it's going to be just as good because I do not want to have a hangover after this one.
Yeah, no kidding.
Thank you so much for listening. Have a great week. Stay safe, and until next time.
Adios.
ciądram, ciądram, jakieś